Welcome to the Life Doula podcast, where we talk about the things most people avoid: cancer, grief, dying, and the radical act of healing. We hold space for healing, not just surviving. You're brilliant, driven, you've built something that looks like success from the outside. Maybe you're a doctor, a lawyer, an educator, a startup founder, a high powered executive. You've made it. But tell me honestly, when was the last time you checked in with yourself? When was the last time you tracked your own well being like a KPI? The key performance indicator? Because here's what no one tells you about overachievement. It's possible to look like you're winning, but your body is quietly falling apart. In this episode, I want to take you with me back to a time when I too was leading, performing, and breaking records, all while unknowingly breaking down. Come with me, let's revisit the version of me who never missed a goal but forgot to protect her health. Because this isn't just my story, it's the story of far too many of us. And maybe it's your story too. You know what no one ever warns you about when you're on the top of your game? Being relentlessly capable can become your greatest liability. When you're the go-to person, the fixer, the leader who always delivers, you start believing you are invincible. You don't pause. You don't question. You don't rest. Because resting feels like losing or resting equals unproductive. I was that woman. I hit every quarterly goal, managed to close multi-million dollar deals, flew across cities and countries, solving problems, closing deals, outperformed every expectation until I was outperforming my own body's ability to keep up. But here's the thing. There's always a cost to always showing up for everything and for everyone. The meetings did not stop, the emails did not stop, but quietly, my body did. I didn't notice, not at first, because burnout doesn't always come in flames. Sometimes it arrives as a whisper, a headache that lingers, a fatigue that sleep can't fix, a deep nagging ache that success cannot soothe. But high achievers are good at dismissing all these whispers until your body finds a way to really scream. My body didn't quit overnight, but the signs were there. I ignored the chronic fatigue, the chronic stress, brushed off the brain fog. I powered through migraines, skipped meals, traded sleep for strategy decks until one day, boom, the scans came back. It was stage 4, metastatic cancer. It was jarring, not just because of the diagnosis, but because I never saw it coming. I was too busy performing. Let me be clear. This wasn't the company's fault. My employers were really great people. No one told me to neglect myself. This was my doing and my blind spot. I had mastered how to lead others, but I hadn't learned how to lead myself with compassion. And that's what nearly cost me everything. Getting sick changed my definition of success. But what I realized since then is this isn't just a personal reckoning. It's a leadership responsibility. Because if I had learned to value my health before the crash, if someone in the leadership table had modeled what it looked like to pursue excellence without self neglect, maybe, just maybe, I would have done things differently. Rethinking success means making well being part of how we lead, how we measure, and how we grow. It means including health as a KPI, not just for ourselves, but for our teams. Imagine the ripple effect if every leader modeled this. Healthier team habits, fewer HMO availments, lower turnover, higher energy, better decision making, sustainable growth. Success doesn't have to come at the cost of our bodies. In fact, the healthiest organizations are led by the people who refuse to compromise their own well being to meet the bottom line. Let's stop glorifying burnout. Let's redefine what peak performance truly looks like. Let me say this plainly. Your health is not separate from your performance. It's the very foundation of it. The truth is, most high-performing leaders don't collapse from failure. They collapse from neglect. Not of the business, not of the metrics, but of themselves. You don't wait until the company is bankrupt to check the books. So why are you waiting until your body crashes to check on your well-being? If you're leading a company, a department, a classroom, a practice as a doctor, then you're also leading a culture. And what you model, people mirror. So track your health like the most important key performance indicator. How's your energy? How's your sleep? What are the stress signals? Are you still in touch with joy? This isn't a soft skill. It's sustainable strategy. Because when leaders thrive, organizations do too. So let this be the shift from burnout to balance, from breakdown to breakthroughs. Let's lead differently. Let's lead well. Let me ask you this. Do you really need to work 14 to 16 hours a day just to prove you are worthy? Do you sit at your desk for 8 hours without mindfully standing or walking even just for 5 to 10 minutes every hour? Do you eat mindfully? Or are your meals squeezed in between emails and Zoom calls? When was the last time you gave yourself 30 minutes, not for output, but for movement, to stretch, to walk, to just be in your body? Do you sleep or do you just crash? Are you constantly available to everyone else while being completely unavailable to yourself? If your body could speak, what would it say today? Because here's the truth. You can be brilliant, accomplished, respected, and still be quietly eroding the very foundation you're standing on, your health. So I invite you to track one more KPI this week. Not your revenue, not your email response time, but this. How well did I take care of myself today? Here's my invitation. Start tracking what really matters. Not just profits, not just sales, not just performance, not just goals. Track your rest, track your breathing, track your pauses, your energy, because your team is watching you. Not just what you say, but how you live. Your health is not a luxury. It's the leadership standard. This isn't just a wake-up call, it's a crossroad. You can keep choosing burnout, keep proving your worth through exhaustion, or you can start building a life where success doesn't cost you your health, where vitality is the real metric, where well-being isn't optional, it's foundational. Now, the next move is yours. Let them see what sustainable success really looks like by living it. You've been listening to the Life Doula podcast. I'm Charity. I'll be here walking with you one conscious choice at a time.